Dear students, we can continue the circuit analysis of current electricity chapter. We can continue with another question. Here the question, the value of steady current in 2 ohm resistance in the following circuit diagram will be. So the special condition we have to analyze is a steady current. What is the meaning? The steady current. But here, if you just analyze the circuit, there is a presence of a capacitor is there. And hence the word the steady current. You know, the capacitor with, keep in mind, a capacitor allows varying current to flow through it. That is a very important concept. So steady current means the very important concept for steady current that the capacitor offers an infinite resistance, and hence the current flows through it becomes a zero. So that is a concept we have to use this one. So at the steady current, we can eliminate this circuit. So it will offers infinite resistance. That means that circuit amp, we can neglect it. That means this circuit is equivalent to two resistors in parallel, that 2 ohm and here another one as a 3 ohm, that are in parallel and is connected to another resistance, got the value of 2.8 ohm, that is connected with a cell, so that is given as a 6 volt. So that is a very important concept. So at first, our question is to find what is the current through this one, and it is labeled as I1. Our aim is to find what is I1. So to find that one, at first we can find what is the total current flow through it. What is the value for that I, the total current I. So to that we can reduce this circuit. So it's a parallel one, and hence we can easily find the value to find that effective resistance for the parallel circuit as 2 into that 3 division by as 2 plus 3, it becomes 5. So the 2 plus 3, that is equal to 6 division by 5. So that is equal to 1.2 ohm. So the circuit reduces to that 1.2 ohm, that is in series with another resistance 2.8 ohm, that is connected to a cell that is with an EMF. It is given as a 6 volt. And hence it is so easy to find what is the total current flow through it. അപ്പോൾ നമുക്കത് പെട്ടെന്ന് തന്നെ നമുക്ക് കണ്ടുപിടിക്കാൻ പറ്റും. So I is equal to that EMF division by the total resistance as 1.2 ohm plus 2.8. So that is equal to 6, that division by as 4. So that is equal to 3 by 2 ampere. So that is the total current flows through it. But our aim is to find what is the current flows through I1. If the total current is, then it is so easy. It is a parallel network, so it divides in the inverse ratio. And hence we can say that we can easily find that I1 is equal to the resistance in the other amp, that is a 3 division by the total one as nothing but is equal to 2 plus 3 as 5 ohm into the total current. It is nothing but is equal to 3 by 2. The total current, so that is equal to 3 by 2. So that is equal to 9 by as 10. So equal to 0.9 ampere. So easily we get the answer as the first choice. So simple concept. So keep in mind the concept of, for a steady current, keep in mind the capacitor will act as an infinite resistance. So the current through that becomes a 0. A very good question. A simple question but important. The potential difference between the points x and y in the adjoining figure will be. So look the figure carefully. So if you just look at that, yes, that is a very important concept. And with respect to that shell, if you go through it, it is nothing but our Wheatstone bridge. So Wheatstone bridge. Here, this is nothing but as a P, and this is a Q, and this is R, and this is S. But if you just find the value of individually, then we can easily find the concept as what P by Q that is equal to R by S. So it is a balanced one. So 100 by 100 is equal to 100 by 100. That means we know the galvanometer current, the middle amp current is equal to 0. That means there is no current flow through this amp. That means that will happen only when the potential at the point x should equal to the potential at the point y. Then only we can say the current flow through it becomes 0. അപ്പോൾ ഓർക്കുക വീസ്റ്റോൺ പ്രിൻസിപ്പിൾ ബാലൻസ്ഡ് ആണെന്ന് ഉറപ്പാണെങ്കിൽ നമുക്ക് ചിന്തിക്കാൻ പറ്റുന്ന കാര്യം അതിൻ്റെ മിഡിൽ ആമിലേക്ക് കറണ്ട് ഫ്ലോ ചെയ്യില്ല എന്നാണ്. Current flow illa means we can say the potential at the point x should equal to y. That means we can say the potential difference Vx minus Vy between the 2 points we can say is equal to 0. So that is a very important concept. വളരെ പ്രധാനപ്പെട്ട ഒരു ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ ആണ്, ബട്ട് സിമ്പിൾ ആണ്. വെരി വെരി ഗുഡ് ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ. വൺ ഓഫ് ദി ആപ്ലിക്കേഷൻ ഓഫ് നമ്മുടെ Kirchhoff's first law. So here in the question, so we can go through the data which is given. Here it is given R1 take the value as a 10 ohm. So we can say the value of that R1 that is a 10 ohm. And R2 take the value that is given as equal to 20 ohm. And the next one as R3 that is R3 that is given as 40 ohm. And R4 that is given as 80 ohm. And is given the potential at the point A that is nothing but as 5 volt. And at the B point it is given as 10 ohm. And at the point C it is given as 20. And at the point D, it is given as 15 volt. The current in the resistance, that is nothing but our aim is to find what is the value for I1. So, and here, the center point of the circuit, and here we can observe that all the currents are entering into that point. So we can just apply the junction rule. What is junction rule? It is so simple, It is nothing but equal to the sigma I should equal to 0. So all the currents are meeting at the point O in the same direction, and hence we can say simply that I1 is plus I2 plus I3 plus I4. So all the values, the sum should equal to 0. Then how we can find the value of I1? So the current in this amp, how we can find it? So the current in that amp is nothing but the potential difference by resistance. So what is the potential difference? Here at the point A, so we have to assume the direction of current I1 is given towards O, and hence we have to take the potential at the point A as higher compared to O. We can assume നമ്മുടെ സെൻട്രലുള്ള ആ പൊട്ടൻഷ്യൽ എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് എക്സ് ആയിട്ടാണ് നമ്മൾ കൺസിഡർ ചെയ്താൽ, സോ ദാറ്റ് ആം കറണ്ട് ഹൗ വി ക്യാൻ സേ. So the current flows from the higher potential to lower. So the potential difference we can say for that 1 amp as the higher potential as what? The higher potential is simply, it is nothing but is equal to 5 volt minus that at O the potential is X, that division by the resistance as what? 10. That plus, what about for X2? The X2 is this one, this current. So the higher potential is what? Simply here 10 volt, that minus at the point O x by, so what is the resistance here? It is a 20 simply. So plus, what about I3? So higher potential is VC, so the 20 volt minus the center potential. So that is given as X, that division by the total resistance in that amp, that is 40, plus the higher potential at the point D, that is 15, minus at the center, that is X, that division by the total resistance as 80 ohm, that should be equal to 0. So you can just multiply with 80 to all the terms here, then you can easily solve this one. About 80 കൊണ്ട് നമ്മൾ multiply ചെയ്താൽ the top becomes 0, 0 we can cancel is as 8 into, so we can say simply that value become 8 into 5 minus x, 5 minus x plus, and the next one is what? So 80, so it become 0, 0 cancel, so that become 4, so 4 into 10 minus x plus, so 2 into 20 minus x plus 15 minus x, so you get the value equal to 0. So we can just distribute it, so 8 into 5, it becomes 40 minus yes 8x plus yes 40 minus 4x plus 40 minus 2x plus 15 minus x is equal to 0. Then we can just join as 40 plus 40 as 80 plus 120, that is 135. So 135. Then minus 8x minus 4x. So minus 12x, 14x, 15x. So minus 15x. So that value equal to 0. So we get the value for x, the potential at the center, through this concept. So that value is what? X is equal to 135 by 15. So we can just cancel to be as 8 volt. So if you know the value of x, then the current through that first one, we can easily find it. So by just substituting that value, then you get the value for what is I1. So I1 take the value equal to simply 5 minus 9, the division by 10. What is the value of 5 minus 9? So that is a minus 4 by 10. So that is equal to 0.4 ampere. But you should know the meaning of minus sign. By solving the problem, it is given that I1 takes the direction from A to O, but we prove it is not the right one. Reason we get the value as negative. That means it must away from O. So we can say the answer as the second one. A good question, a good concept, so a very important one. So a good concept is waiting, a good concept. A potential difference of 220 volt is maintained across a 12,000 ohm rheostat. The voltmeter has a resistance of 6,000 ohm. The point C at 1/4 the distance from A to B. So if the total length of the rheostat is L, then AC is L by 4. Then what is the reading of the voltmeter? So we can just simply convert this circuit into an equivalent form like this one. See. So here a BC resistance. So we can just draw it as the resistance of BC. Then we are with the another part of rheostat. It is we can write as resistance RAC. Then the voltmeter that also got a resistance. Then we can say that RV that is connected in parallel, and the circuit is connected to 220 volt. So it is given some factors, the total resistance of the wire. So that is given as we can say that the resistance of that AB that is given as is equal to 12,000. That is corresponds to the L length. Then what is the resistance for L by 4 length? So here it is labeled as RAC. So 1 by 4 of 12,000. So we can say that just 3,000 ohm, that is for RAC. Then what is the value for RBC? We can say as 12,000 minus 3,000. So that is roughly, we get the value as 9,000 ohm. So you can just convert that circuit of the form like this one, that is equal to this RBC. So RBC take the value as 9,000, and the resistance of the voltmeter, so that is nothing but equal to as 6,000, and for RAC, so we get the value as what? It is given as RAC as 3,000. So we can reduce that circuit by taking the effective resistance of these two circuits. So we can say that is 6,000 into 3,000 division by 6,000 plus 3,000 as become the value as 9,000. So 0, 0 cancel. So 3, 9, it becomes 3. So you get the value as 2,000 ohm. So the effective resistance become what? The 9,000 ohm in series with 2,000 ohm. So they are connected in series. So that is the effective resistance become what? Yes, 11,000. So that is connected to the potential of 220. But our aim is what? The reading of the voltmeter. So that is nothing but in parallel combination with 3,000 ohm. So parallel combination. So what is the potential difference across 2,000? That is our question. So simply we can find the value how you just treating the potential across 2,000. So directly proportional to resistance. So that resistance division by that total resistance as 11,000 into the total potential as 220. So 0, 0, 0 cancel. 11, it becomes 2. So 20 into 2, you get the answer as 40 volt. So that is the answer. So we get the answer as 2 choice. So here, some important concepts are there. The first very important concept is how that resistance is proportional to the length. Then another one, the parallel combination. And another one, how the voltmeter measures the value. A good question. A simple but a conceptual good question. In the figure below, the bulbs are identical. That is very important. The which bulbs lies most brightly? So here, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and some to the source we can say some are series, some are parallel. So we can say one very important concept, and that more glow, that is a very important concept, more brightness, that is proportional to the power consumption. More, which one got more power consumption? That one got more glow. So here the power consumption, we can say that is equal to I square into R, simply, and some elements are in series, and hence we can say that the one with more current got more power. So here the more current we can visual about the first one, but here it divides into 2, but again here combined. So 1 and 5 got the very important concept as more current flows, and hence the more glow for 1 and 5. A good question. So another question from electrical power. In the figure, the rate of heat generated in 2 ohm resistor, 2 ohmiludeyulla heat production നമ്മൾ കണ്ടുപിടിക്കണം. And the potential difference across 6 ohm, ഇവിടെയുള്ള potential നമ്മൾ കണ്ടുപിടിക്കണം. Heat generated in 5 ohm resistor due to current flowing in it is 45 joules per second. So that is a question. So നമുക്കത് എന്താ ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റുന്നത്? The heat production, അപ്പോൾ ഇവിടെ കൂടെ കറണ്ട് ഫ്ലോ ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ ഇതിലെ പൊട്ടൻഷ്യൽ ഇറ്റ് ഈസ് ഗിവൺ. അപ്പോൾ അത് നമുക്ക് കണ്ടുപിടിക്കാൻ ശ്രമിക്കാം. So the power it is given, that power is equal to simply, here that I square into the resistance. The power is 45. So that is equal to, here the current is what? I2 square into the resistance is what? 5. So I2 square, take the value as 45 by 5, it becomes 9. So I2, the current flows through it becomes root 9 as a 3 ampere. And that is a very important one. But our one problem is, what is the potential across 6 ohm? What is the potential across this one? We can easily find what is the potential across AD, that amp as such. That means in total, what is the potential? Reason, we know what is I2 and 5. So potential across 5 ohm, that we can easily find out as equal to I2 into 5. So that is equal to 3 into 5. So that is equal to 15 volt. So that is the very important concept. So roughly, then we can easily find what is the potential across a 6 ohm. How? It is directly proportional to the resistance. So 6 division by the total resistance in that amp, that is 15, into what is the total potential across that? That is equivalent to this potential. So we find it to be as what? 15. So we get the value as what? 6 volt. So we get the answer for the half part. But one more concept is we have to prove it. The next concept is what is the heat generated in 2 ohm resistor. That will possible only when you have to find the total current there. So we need to find what is the value of I1. How we can find the value of I1? So there the potential is 6 volt. The potential across that is 6 volt. And the resistance, that is equal to 6. So what is the current across that was? That is nothing but is equal to 1 ampere. So the total current is what? So I1 plus I2 simply. So that is equal to 1 plus 6, 1 plus 3, that is equal to 4 ampere. So total current, then easily we can find what is the heat generated in 2 ohm resistor, simply using the concept as I square into the resistance. What is I here? The 4. So 4 square into 2. So that is equal to 16 into 2. So you get the value as 32 ohm. So good question. Keep in mind. In the circuit shown figure, if the resistance of voltmeter is 4 kilo ohm, then the error in the reading of voltmeter will be, that is a question. So at first we can avoid the voltmeter. Then what is the circuit? It is so simple. If we just avoid the voltmeter, then 4 kilo are in series with 4 volts. So equal voltage are distributed, and hence we can say the first measurement, genuinely what is the voltage across 4 kilo ohm? That is 2 volt. But the second case, that is with the voltmeter, what is the case? There the circuit got a little bit changes. So 4 kilo ohm, our measurement across that 4 kilo ohm, but the connected voltmeter got again another potential. So that is nothing but it is given as what? Voltmeter value as 4 kilo ohm. So it is given as 4 kilo. So this circuit is equivalent to the 4 kilo ohm in series with another 2 kilo ohm. So 4 kilo ohm in parallel with 4 kilo ohm. So that is the concept. Then it is totally connected to 4 volt. Then what is the potential across the 2 kilo ohm? That is, I am labeling as V2 equal to that 2 kilo ohm by the total resistance along the ram into the total potential. So 2, it becomes cancel. So 4 by 3. So 4 by 3, take the value as 1.33 ohm. So we get the answer as 1.33. So what is a percentage change? That is simply as V1 minus V2 by V1 into 100 percentage. So that is the percentage of accuracy. So 2 volt minus 1.33, that division by as a 2. So that is equal to, so 1.33 as a 4 by 3 by 2. So 3 into 2, 6. 6 minus 4 as a 2 by 6. So that is equal to 1 by 3 into 100 percentage. So you get the value as a 33.3 percentage. So that is the answer. So simply you get the answer. So this is a very good question. The last aspects, the how we can find the percentage of accuracy. It is a good concept. Yes, the last question for the time being. The reading of voltmeter in the following circuit figure will be. So here, the circuit, the voltmeter got 80 ohm, and hence we can redraw that figure as that 80 are in parallel. So their effective resistance become 40 ohm, 80 by 2, and is in series with 20 ohm and is connected to that cell. So that is the concept as a 2 volt. So our aim is to find what is the voltage across this 40 ohm. That is a concept. So that is nothing but equal to that resistance by the total resistance 40 plus 20 into the total potential equal to, so 0 0 cancel. So 1 2 as a 4 by 3. So 4 by 3. So that is equal to 1.33 volt. So simply you will get the answer. So students, try to do maximum MCQs belongs to this type of questions. Then you will get maximum score for the common competitive examinations. So God bless you. Take care.